Hi, this is Ben, and I am in Colorado for the Rocky Mountain Train Show. The show takes place annually at the National Western Complex here in Denver. For this show, I rented 4 dealer tables and had a variety of all sorts of trains from N to G gauge. The show is advertised as the biggest train show west of the Mississippi, and while it is a big show, it's only about a fourth the size as the Amherst show in West Springfield, Massachusetts. There is no shortage of unique layouts, including this one of Disneyland, which included several operating rides and a self-driving bus. It just goes to show that even a scale as small as N, you can still build incredibly detailed layouts. Equally impressive is this N-scale European-style layout featuring some high-speed trains. This old-time steam era layout is built in ON30 gauge. ON30 gauge has really caught on in the last few years, and you're seeing more and more clubs operating it. For those of you unfamiliar with ON30, it's O-scale narrow gauge, which runs on HO gauge track. Because it's narrow gauge, you see a lot of locomotives that are built for logging and mining operations, such as Climaxes, Heislers, Shays, and 040 locomotives. Speaking of logging operations, this layout even had an operating sawmill that was completely scratch built. As I was looking at the layout, one of the club members signaled for me to come around to the other side. Underneath the main layout, or I should say underground, was their mining operation. And just like the sawmill, it was fully operational. The show also had several G-gauge displays, including this one with actual steam-powered locomotives. Most of these types of locomotives are powered by either butane or an alcohol-based fuel. Live steam models can run from 10 to 20 minutes before needing to be refueled and filled with water. Representing the local area is this Denver and Rio Grande base layout. The level of detail was that of museum quality. If you looked inside the cars, you would see little miniature passengers. Many of the buildings are made from actual scale lumber and then hand painted. Everywhere you look, there's another small detail. And on top of that, there are several operating accessories, including this merry-go-round and seesaw. And this steam shovel. Several manufacturers were on hand at the show, including Pico, Lionel, LGB Marklin, and Athearn, just to name a few of them. All of them had their latest products on display. This display really caught my eye. It's known as Auto Motion FX, and it allows vehicles to operate by themselves on one's layout. The company sells vehicles that are all ready to run, or you can purchase kits to convert models that you already have into operating ones. Lego layouts are becoming more and more popular, and I'm always amazed that those tiny little building blocks can become such elaborate models. This layout even had a replica of Denver's Union Station. I wonder how many hours it took to construct. This HO layout even had its own pumpkin patch and sunflower field. This has to be one of the most elaborate N-scale layouts I've seen. It goes from fall to winter to spring to the 4th of July, complete with parade and firework display. So that's the Rocky Mountain Train Show. If you're out in the western part of the United States, I highly recommend checking it out. Plus, the Denver area has a lot of interesting railroad history. Anyway, if you enjoyed the video, be sure to subscribe. And if one of your layouts or modulars was used in this video, leave a comment and let me know more about it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you at the next train show.